Hi, my name is Rich Harvey, Managing Director of Property Buyer. I'm here today to talk to you about how to retire on 100k worth of income and acquire 5 properties in 10 years. If that's something you're interested in, then please spend the next few minutes with me and we'll go through some of the details. Firstly, who's Property Buyer? A Property Buyer is Australia's most awarded buyers agents. We're on the buyer's side. We help our clients to find homes, investment properties and commercial properties throughout Australia. We've bought over 1,000 properties. We help you focus on investments Australia-wide. We give totally independent advice in helping you to know the right spots and where to buy. And we've actually helped successful investors build whole portfolios. And that's the really important thing I want to talk to you today about, is most investors to be successful think they can just buy one property. But whereas in fact you need to buy multiple properties. So I'd like to share a couple of secrets with you today on how to do that. First, have a look at this chart. Here's how most Australians end up. And it's a sad fact that most Australians end up on around $300 a week. Can you bank on the fact that the government is actually going to be there to support you in your retirement? Look, I'm not banking on that, so that's why I'm building my own portfolio. The world is changing and you've got to be responsible for your own finances. If you don't have a plan in place, then you've got to act. Even if you're only 25, you will need to start accumulating a bunch of properties to support you in your retirement. So please don't end up as one of those statistics and just getting $300 a week. So the question is, how many properties do you actually need to retire on? Well, let's have a look at this slide here. On an average rental income of $400 a week over a 50-week period, allowing a 2-week vacancy, less say 20% for expenses, you'll have a net earning of around $16,000 per annum. So to retire on a goal of say $80,000 a year, you're going to need 5 properties. That's 5 times 16,000. If your goal is to achieve a retirement income of $100,000, then you're going to need 6.25 properties to be in your portfolio. And here we're talking about unencumbered properties, properties with no debt. So compare this kind of strategy with investing your money in the share market. You know, traditionally property has been one of those really stable vehicles that you can use to build your wealth sustainably. So I'd really advocate that you start with the end in mind. If your goal is to achieve 5 properties with a net worth of $2 million and a net cash flow of say $100,000, then as I said, you'll need 5 properties. But you're actually going to need, in fact, a total of 10 properties. So what do I mean by that? Well, over a 10-year period, if you buy 10 properties, say 1 property a year, at the end of that 10-year period, you can start selling down some of your portfolio. So in year 10, you'd sell down one of your properties. In year 11, you'd sell down another one. And gradually sell down the portfolio until you had a net asset value of around $2 million. And that's going to provide you with that magic $100,000 income that you're looking for. So how do you get started? A lot of people are really excited about building a portfolio, but they just fall over at the first stumbling block. Firstly, you can use some equity in your home or use some cash savings. You can ask your relatives, your mum and dad. However it is, you've just got to get some money there behind you, get a good job, get some savings and get started straight away. The key thing is take action. The biggest enemies that I see to this is procrastination and apathy. People think, oh, I'll just leave it for another day. You can't leave it for another day. Each year your kids get older, you get older, and you're approaching that age of 65, even if you're 25 today, you'll get there quicker than you can blink. So the key thing is to take action today. Well, how then do you choose the right properties to put into your portfolio? Well, at Property Buyer, we use a number of techniques. We look for areas that have a diverse range of employment drivers, really strong infrastructure, places where there's limited land releases, close to shops, schools and transport. Within 20% of the median price is critical. And one of the biggest drivers we look for is population growth. Some of the other key things we look for is the demographics of the area. What's the socio-economic makeup of the area? And we also look at the macro and the micro factors. You know, we have a research department that looks at this day in, day out. And it's really, really important to get your research done correctly so you can find the right kind of property. So when can you buy your next property? Let's say you've got 1 property in your portfolio and you're looking to buy properties 2, 3 and 4. When should you buy your next one? Well, essentially, as soon as you can afford it. Don't try and pick the exact bottom of the market. It's just too hard. You know, if you can buy a property with a discount to valuation or at below market value, then that's going to leapfrog the development of your portfolio and you can recycle your equity quickly. You know, we know how to spot a bargain quickly and we can jump on those hot properties. In fact, we have a list of hot properties that we can provide for our new clients right away. We use a 7-step process as a buyer's agent to identify the right kind of property to buy. And the key thing is you can't miss out one of these steps. You'll end up with a property nightmare if you miss out one of these key steps. First thing is identify your strategy. Then you've got to look at your research. You start with your statistical research at a high level and drill down to a specific area that you're going to focus on. Then you start searching and shortlisting for those specific properties. You appraise their value, you negotiate, you do your due diligence, and then you settle the property and get a manager in place. Now, I've just described our process that takes, around about 3 weeks in about 30 seconds. But it's really important you do that well. Now, we charge a fixed fee for that service. You can't leave it to chance. You've got to do it completely. Our fees are typically around $9,000, and each of our specialist buyers agents perform each of those tasks thoroughly. The other way in which we work is to find properties through builders or developers, and this is a trap for the unwary. Watch out for those inflated commissions that are often charged through marketeers. You might find that there's a $20,000 commission embedded in the price. Well, we can get 100% of that rebated to you, so we effectively buy the property at a wholesale price for you. Don't pay a retail price for a property again. If you use Property Buyer, we'll be able to get you the price at a much better rate. And for established property, we save you far more than we charge in fees. So look, in summary, to achieve your goal of $100,000, 5 properties in the next 10 years, you need to start now. Don't procrastinate. You can't wait any longer. You do need to take action. So if you're on a combined family income of over $100,000, if you've got savings of say $20,000 or more, or you've got some equity in your home, then we'd love to talk with you. It's really important, and I'd like to issue a serious invitation to those people who would like to engage with us and have a strategy chat with me to get their portfolio on track. All you need to do is click on the form on this page, and we'd be delighted to have a chat. Thanks, and look forward to speaking with you soon.